Over the years, I have had many crafters tell me, Emmylou, I would love to be able to have a quicker and easier way to shape flowers. Or maybe you're the girl that has some issues with like arthritis in your hand and it's hard to shape those flowers. Or maybe you're a beginner and you've never shaped the beautiful flowers that you've seen on our website and on our social media pages, and you think, that's great, but I could never do this. We've developed a tool that allows you to get the results of being able to shape quick and easy flowers without using so much hand strength, and you get the results of somebody that has been shaping flowers for a really long time. So join me. You will absolutely love the way you can create these beautiful flowers in no time. To use the flower shaping molds, we're going to start out with a 3D Floral Basics shaping mold. This is one that you will be able to get this really detailed crinkle look, and it's a more generic mold for multiple flowers. So with this one, we're going to show different machines that you can use the molds through. If you're wondering which machine works and you don't see yours featured, go to this link that's on your packaging and it will show you which one is compatible, but that's hc.co/shaping mold. You'll see more information on which ones are compatible. So you'll basically, when you receive your mold, you open it up, you have a place that's a little bit more indented. That's a place you'll lay your flowers. So what I did is I stamped and die cut a bunch of flowers that I wanted to have shaped. This one is the Blazing Poppy. I shaped and colored it. So I typically just spend a lot of time stamping my flowers, cutting them out, coloring them whatever size I want, and then they're ready to shape. So with this one, I have the largest poppy, and we'll just lay these over the top. And I have them stamped side down. You could also have them stamped side up if you like. Now this is a generic mold, so some of my flowers will hang over the edge, and I'm not going to fill up every little pod, so to speak, because some of my flowers are not quite as small. So this one, you can experiment with different flowers and see which ones you like working in here. But this is a flower shaping technique that's really more complicated to do on your own, and you get that really nice crinkled effect on your flowers. I just sprayed some water over the top, so when this goes through the machine, it will mold it very beautifully. I am using a 100-pound cardstock, and when you put this on top, you have these edges that show you exactly how to line that up. See, there's one that just slid out a little bit. If that happens, just put him back into his spot. That is okay. Open this, press this back down. You just don't want to move it around too much. You can kind of press it down a little bit. Put it through your plates. The first machine I'm going to use is the Vagabond. You'll use one of your basic clear plates, and then I'm using 2 layers of 100-pound cardstock on top as a shim, and then I'm putting 1 clear plate on the top. And I like to use the small plates. I don't like to use the extended plates because it can kind of buckle your plates a little bit faster. So use your small plates on this, run that through the machine. Bring that back out, and you have got all those flowers shaped in just a matter of a couple seconds. Isn't that awesome? You can just pop that right out of your press. You can lay that aside, and then all you need to do, you can do a couple different things. You'll see how that really gave a very deep crinkled edge. If you wanted to, you could go back and you could even press it a little bit more and give it a little bit more shape with your finger. Totally up to you. You don't need to do that. You could just leave it like this. If you don't want to give it extra pressure and dimension, all you need to do is just press down in the middle with your stylus, and you'll see those flowers just pop right up. And they're ready to layer together. So can you imagine just doing multiple sizes at one time, and you quickly have those flowers? So like this little bitty one, and while it's still wet, you can just crunch those petals a little bit more if you want. It's totally up to you. You don't have to. But I'll just go ahead and add some glue and press that in the center. And this petal kind of was hanging over the opening of a flower that was a little bit larger than the actual mold. So you'll see that the crease is a little bit different on the edge of that one. So you can do multiple layers and in a matter of seconds have a flower that is all shaped. So the little bitty ones, all you need to do is just press down in the middle, smaller end of your stylus. You have that nice crinkled effect in there. And again, if you want to have it more crinkled, just pinch it a little bit with your fingers and you're good to go. The Floral Basics Shaping Mold can be used for so many different flowers. This is the classic Petunia, and we're going to do different sizes at one time, and you can create all these different looks with one pass of that mold, so it's such a time saver for you. So I just lay the different sizes into the machine using the leaves and the Petunia flowers that I had cut out. So you can use any size you want and just pop them into the little areas that fit the flower, and then again just spray your water on top. So as you can see, this really saves you time. It makes that if you have any issues or health problems with your hands, it's super easy. Just press that down, make sure there's firm pressure on there, put it onto your plate, onto your clear mat. I put 2 pieces of 100-pound cardstock and then my other clear plate on top, run that through the machine, and in just a matter of seconds, you've got those flowers shaped. Isn't that exciting? So we'll run this through, and you're doing multiples at one time. So you'll bring this out again, open that mold, and this is the one you want to use if you want to get that nice crinkled effect. And if you have one slide a little bit, that's okay. You'll just pop those out, just tap it to the side, and then we'll bring this onto the molding mat. Now for this one, it's going to show you a little bit different technique you can do if you want to have a little bit more creased or texture in it, is you can just press those little petals just a little bit more on the top if you want, and you've got your flower all shaped. And again on this one, you can just bring that up and you have that flower shaped, or you can just pinch it a little bit on the top and you've got that one ready to be glued together. Just press just a little bit of glue, and since we shaped some leaves with this, actually, you know what, we're going to put, oops, shouldn't have wiped that down. We're going to put this on top of this leaf. This leaf is already shaped. We're just going to press down just a little bit, and then we're going to add a little bit of glue on the back of this one. So how cool is this? You don't have to use a lot of pressure with your fingers. It's so quick and easy. So if you just take some time, stamp a bunch of flowers, cut them out, you can quickly and easily create these beautiful flowers that will look perfect for any project that you're doing. Isn't that stunning? And then like this one, these were just one of each of the little tiny flowers and leaves, and with a stamen pop through the center, you have a quick little bouquet. So these little guys, all you need to do is just press down in the middle, and that is all shaped. Isn't that fun? The leaf, you can do that as well if you want a little bit more dimension. So as I said, you can use the Flower Basics shaping mold for a lot of different ones. This is the Poinsettia, if you like that crinkle look. So have fun experimenting with this one, and we'll show you some more shaping molds next. We've created some molds for very specific flowers that are incredibly popular, and one of those is the 3D rose shaping mold. It coordinates with the classic rose stamp and die. So you're literally able to just lay your stamped and die cut roses into the mold, and you'll have those shaped to how you want to have them for your roses. So it's so easy because you don't necessarily have to be that girl that knows how to do the perfect shaping. This does it for you. This one does have varied sizes of petals. So say I would lay this in like this and it doesn't go in properly. Look for the petal that looks the most different to you and lay it in that way. Some of the smaller ones, I just pop them in. I'm not so concerned about it being lined up completely properly, but I do like it stamped side down. I line it up with the leaf, and you have these guides on the edges to show you where you need to line it up. There's only 3 corners, so we'll just lay this on top. And then we're using the big shot. I use 1 clear plate, and then for the top, I just used 8 shims of 100-pound cardstock. You could also use some chipboard. Just kind of experiment a little bit with your big shot. But on our website, we have different instructions for different machines, and you can see if yours is compatible if you have any questions. So we'll run this through and bring that up, and all those flowers are shaped to create beautiful roses. Whoops, some of them fell to the floor. So with 2 passes of this completely filled, you can create all the roses that you see laying here, including these little pieces. So let's show you how you can quickly assemble a rose. So what you're going to do is you want 3 layers of each size. So we'll just press this down, and you'll do this. Actually, I'm just going to do a little bit smaller one since I need a couple small. But to make a beautiful rose, I like to do 3 layers of each size. So we'll do this one. Some of the petals broke off. If you have that, because it is super wet, that is okay. Here's one that happened to. I will just glue it back in. That's actually pretty normal when you're doing something like this. So you have those centers pressed together, and I have one laying on the floor. Let me just pick that up real quick. And so preferably I like to have 3 of each size. Not 3 of each size, but 3 for the base size. So we're going to go ahead and glue these 2 together. Just press down in the middle. And I didn't have 3 of each size, just running it through once, so we're just going to go a size smaller. I prefer to have 3 of each, but we'll just do a little bit different versions. So for this one, if I do 3 of each size and then 1 smaller rose size, you have a really good base. So just offset those petals and just keep pressing down in the middle. And then if you want a flower bud, this is where you'll have to do just a little bit more. Just press in the back, just go in a circular motion, and just squeeze this together like this, and that will create that flower bud for you. So just press a little bit of glue. So again, if you're making the roses, I like to use 3 of the same size for the base, and then 1 of the next size. And then you can do 1 or 2 little flower buds linked together. If you want, here's 1 flower bud. If you want to do another one, all you have to do is just put a dot of glue on the back of this. The stamp side is on the outside, and you could wrap another little bud over this. See how that just creates that little flower bud? So it's shaped for you, and you can wait to shape these roses until the flowers are hardened, till the water is dry. But you can just pop this right in the center, and you have that beautiful rose. But yes, if you wait to actually put the rose together till the flowers are dry, that's best. The other shaping mold we just released is the 3D poinsettia shaping mold. This one is perfect for those mini poinsettias you need for those hundreds of Christmas cards you create. So you can create these beautiful little poinsettias very quickly, very easily, and you can do hundreds of these. So to create these, we have a new stamp and die that's called the Poinsettia Holly and Clusters. So you can stamp a bunch and cut a bunch out at the same time, and it's the same poinsettia stamp and die set that coordinates with the poinsettias we released in 2016. So you can go ahead and use just your individual stamps and dies you have of this, or you can go ahead and purchase the new one so you can do it quick and easy. So again, just put all your poinsettia stamps, the leaves in here, and then you'll close this mold. There's 3 little posts at the corners. Just make sure you line that up correctly. It easily hooks in. So once you have that all lined up, just make sure it's closed on each side. I'm using the Spellbinders Platinum machine today, and with this one you'll use the Spellbinders embossing plate at the bottom. And then I use the 100-pound cardstock, just 3 layers as a shim. You could glue them together, or if you have a thicker piece of cardstock you want to use and just kind of experiment what works best for you, you can do that. So you'll just run those through, and all those little poinsettias are shaped. All you need to do is just glue them together. You see that? There's one that's stuck on the top there. Before you do too much with them, since this is wet, I do like to let them dry, but just flip this over and just pop them all out of the mold. The mold is still wet. And you have all these poinsettia leaves, and stamped images that have really good detail. So all you really need to do is just, again, just press it down in the center of the poinsettia, just like that. And you can do 2 layers or 3. And this has a lot more detail than you could ever get with just a stylus. So once you have those pressed down in the middle, it has a little bit of a curvature in the center of the petal. Just offset those leaves and grab your holly leaves. And you have got that flower made in a matter of seconds. So just press down and you've got that poinsettia all shaped, and you've got the beautiful, beautiful detail in those petals. Like, I could never get that much detail and dimension in mine. So you can make quick and easy Christmas poinsettias for your Christmas cards this year. You can create so many variations just using your flower basic shaping mold, using, say, the blazing poppy or the poinsettia. So just have fun experimenting with different flowers that you may already have and using it in your machine. This is, again, the Petunia, so you can do those quick and easy flower shaping techniques so quickly. It saves your hand. Another one that I used in the flower shaping basics mold was the Dogwood. That's really pretty in there. You get a slight crease on those petals. If you love to create roses, just put your roses into that flower shaping mold. For the larger ones, do 3 of the same size on the base, then another size down, and you can do a double rosebud like I showed you. But those outside petals are formed, so whether you have shaped roses like a pro or you're just a beginner, you'll get these results. So much fun, so quick and easy. So whether you're doing just something basic or you want to do the poinsettias and the roses, you're going to have a lot of fun creating these flowers in no time. When using these flower shaping molds, you'll quickly find that they'll become some of your paper crafting tools that will be your favorites. If you don't have yours yet, make sure to get yours ordered today. I have added the links below for quick and easy ordering, and you'll get started making those beautiful quick and easy flowers. And if you've got issues with your hand, or if you've never shaped flowers before, this is your solution. So get yours ordered today. I can't wait to see what flowers you'll create. You can share those with us on Facebook. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure to do that so you don't miss out on upcoming videos. Thank you for being part of the Heartfelt Creations crafting family. I will see you next time.